Маарит е учител по математика от Финландия и финалист на Глобалната учителска награда за 2016 година. След като осъзнава, че учителите не намират традиционния начин за преподаване по математика да се вдъхновяваш, тя разработва нов подход, за който ще ни разкаже сега.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's really a great pleasure to be here. And as I'm a teacher, I can't be behind. You know that we are moving around the classroom. I think that really one reason why I was nominated and chosen one of the best teachers in the world last year is about the mathematics and how you can do it differently. And I want that you also next year make application as teachers in your country to this competition. The target of the competition is to rise up the occupation of the teacher's profession. We are the key of many problems. We are the solvers for the students. If you compare about the industry, you can see a lot of still things which are from in the schools. In the industry, they were collecting cars in the rows, and then it was seen also in the classrooms. And we can see it also in the buildings of the schools. Even in Finland, we have steel schools which are long, and then there are the classrooms, and then we put the children like chickens there and in the rows. But that has to be changed. And also the architecture is changing a lot to make the environment also for learning different. But has it changed? This is a picture from Africa where I was teaching teachers. There were 90 students in the classroom, so I couldn't get them in my picture. Then of course I understand if you have 90 students in the classroom, then it has to be teacher-centered. But even that, I said to the teacher when I was teaching them, take 1/3 out to the garden, do something differently with them, and the other ones can do as they have done before. But they have to get the positive feedback and a feeling that they can manage and think about the mathematics, not copying about the mathematics. So I said that nothing has changed in math teaching for 100 years. And it was very interesting, last autumn also OECD published a booklet about how to help math teachers. And you can get it internet for free, and it's interesting. Because when they were asking about the students, how teachers are teaching, they said that they are teaching so that they tell what to do. So the learning is mostly based in the whole world, not only here, memorizing. So this, I think, is totally the problem of the mathematics, how to teach it now. We have to change that. We have to give some different possibilities. So that is the reason why the students think that it's really boring. There is no meaning for the mathematics. And what is the worst thing that there are a lot of students who are afraid of? When I introduced myself to somebody and I said that I am Maarit Rosi, math teacher, and I said, hey, ooh, so from the body language you can see that it's so deep, the hate of math. How to make friends? But still I said that I love math. I have been a math teacher, I have been a principal, I have been retired from the principal work, but I get back to the school because I love teaching mathematics. And the best feedback what I can get is only from the students. They love it when you give the possibility. And of course this is the reason why people hate math. They think this is like math. And as many times before has said, that we should, and I think math is one of the best areas where you can support these skills, so that they are comfortable of problem solving, difficult problem solving, they can cooperate, they can manage, they have to be flexible in different situations and not only boring tasks. They have to be flexible in different situations. So we are not filling the bucket, we are lighting a fire. That's what I think we can do in the mathematics. We are the only phrase, how you say in English, in the whole globe that we can think. So let's take the thinking element in the classroom. I usually talk about 4 pillars. One is about social learning, one is learning by doing, interdisciplinary math and practice. And I always said that in the schools all around of the world, the practice is the only area. 99% is practice. And we have forgotten all these other areas. And I take a couple of examples so we get the idea what I mean. And of course, in all of these elements, it's important that students are talking, not the teacher. Of course, sometimes we are very egoistic sometimes, but the students have to use their math language to practice it. And that's how also they learn the concepts. So first, the interdisciplinary math. There are large themes, and also nowadays in the Finnish curriculum we are speaking a lot of this. And I think math has done this many years. Only the textbook companies are very old-fashioned. And let's take some examples. Of course, they have, in my classrooms, they don't sit in the rows anymore. They are always working in the groups. Group of 4 is excellent because they can work sometimes 4 together, 2 together, and then individuals. And they learn to deal, how to make a problem, how to share the parts, and how to process the problem. It's important that they are working together. In this example, I had students from England and Germany and Finland, and they are I think they are 6th graders, or 5th graders here. And they have in this Erasmus project subject of climate change and comparing in these countries. And the principal said that it's statistics, Mari, take care of statistics. And I looked from the book, oh my God, how boring it was. So I started to cut out statistics from the newspapers, and I give every group different statistics. They didn't have the same statistics. And first task for them was to make question of each others. And notice, I didn't teach them nothing, just give them the graphics. Directly the graphics from the newspaper. So they have to begin to read them and to make their own thinking. What is this UX or XX? What is the heading? What is important? And after that, they begin to make questions to the whole classroom. And after that, even the groups I give different tasks. That your group task is to ask all of these students in the classroom how many beds they have. The other group I get maybe how many siblings you have. And then you have only a limited time, and you have to. Everybody can't run around the classroom. You have to think how to collect the data, how to mark it. And of course here I said that look how they have done these statistics so that they get ideas. And this is how they get motivated. They want to learn. And it's about them, what kind of siblings, how they have came to school, what color of eyes they have, what are the most nicest colors they like. So they have to be meaningful for the students what we are doing with them. This is what I made 20 years ago with Maarit Rosi in Finland. I asked a real statistic about one war in Africa, and there was 1,020,000 refugees who had to escape. And from Maarit Rosi they told me, and they did the map of 11 camps, so students know where they are situated, how many refugees are in every camp, and how many drugs they have, so that they have to deliver the food 2 times every week to this amount of people. So It's not difficult mathematics. It's logistics, it's big numbers, but it was meaningful. And this happened 20 years ago, and this is the reality. We have to give them the tools that they feel that they are solving also the problems of the world, and they are not impossible. Here, it's an example very near, which we can do every day. It's a task where I give them a long list of weekend shopping of 4 persons family. And time is again limited, so they have to share the task. They have to make the plan. First, they have to make the estimation how much it will be very. And the next hour, maybe they go to the nearest shop, and again they have to decide who goes to look the vegetables, who goes to look the bread, because there is a limited time. And then they bring the real numbers, and then they compare the estimation and the reality. And now I have a school where the shop is far, so we do it in the internet. Yeah. And of course, depending on the level of the class, I look the prices beforehand, and I make the list of the family so that they have to use dividing or multiplication. So I don't make the lesson that today we have the multiplication of decimal numbers. Oh my God, how boring it will be. It has to be something what they are interested in. And after that, you can make also that boring lesson. But if you are doing the boring lesson all the time, we kill them. We kill the interest of the mathematics. Okay, and then it's about this learning by doing. There are many different things. Modeling, comparing, classifying, a lot of activities, research, basic research, which they are bigger things. And I have here a couple of research, if they change here. It's very difficult for even adults to make a unit changes. If I said for somebody that I have 2 cubic meters and 25 cubic decimeters, give me this with the cubic meters. They don't know, oh my God, where they come those? They don't know is it on the right, on the left, on the 2-step or 3-step. And though it's very important that the student get the experience also. How big is 1 square meter, how many square decimeters go there, so that they understand they go hundreds. And here I have usually also a red cubic decimeter, so that they can compare to the cubic meters they have built. 1,000. It's not something about to memory, it's also something to live. And they understand. And of course they are children. They want to make how many can go inside. And as a math teacher, we can again, what would be the volume of the person then? So we can make connections to many different things. A lot of stories. Here is about modeling. If you think about exponents and big numbers, very interesting. They are interested about solar system and the universe. So we can discuss about the books. You can't ever put in the same book, in the right scale, the size of the planets and the distances of the planets. But let's do it. Math can do it. We can do the model outside. And they really like it. Especially some boys, they want to be the last one. So that, but that's they are children. It's fun. They want to be far away. It's like joking, but they are really knowing what they are doing. And the most clever students, they begin to think, if I could travel with the speed of the light, how long it would take? So these also mean, and they are again have a limited time to make the numbers. They have to make it black. And look how close. And of course, there are species of macaroni. As a teacher, I can see how creative that moment. And of course, many of them are also social learning. And In the mathematics, we are talking about
really fascinated in the beginning of 2000 when we had the previous change. But why we don't show them that when we make estimation and measurement, that if you make an estimation and rounding, and then you make the measurement of rounding.
Oh my God, it is a question that the students are doing.
So that's the reason that we are, it's very good that you make rounding many things, not only the money.
And
of course with the team, when they are, again, has a limited time to make the numbers. They have to make a plan. And look how concentrated they are. It's pieces of macaroni.
And then they have done
they think it's very important at that moment.
And the triangles are in the floor.
And I said, and of course many of them are also social learning.
The reason why you classify.
And here is, I was really fascinated in the beginning of 2000 when we had the previous curriculum change, that there was reading classification. I saw one book, and it was reading classification of triangles. And who has done the classification? The teacher, the bookmaker. Oh my God, it's a question that the students are doing the classification.
Of course, the practice.
So in this task, I give them a piece of paper. And I said that you have two papers and make as big a triangle on the paper as you can, and different shape. So they have two problems, as big as they can, and different shapes. And when they have done it, the whole class is around, and the triangles are in the floor. And I said, begin to classify. Try to find something. What would be the reason why you classify?
Boring things can be.
And it's fascinating when they debate, and they
this is a scale, and I have
done this also when I'm teaching teachers.
And I
make the same mistakes.
What would be the size of this?
Also, we have been told here as memorized.
And last time when I made this in the 5th grade,
I
give them only the picture, and
of course the practices
and the measurement. Only one student.
I make my mistake in the early 2000s when I said teachers thought that I mean that everything has
not
to be
so that the teachers all the time say do it this way.
And it makes it
so why we take the joy away?
Because then the students understand that you are really interested in how the connections.
And of course we have a technology, but like previous.
So even boring things can be interesting, which I think is still practice. This is a scale, and I have pictures of lizards, and I give the scale. And I said, what would be the size of these lizards if they would be here? And last time when I made this in the 5th grade, and I give them also the picture and the scale and the measurement. Only one student said, what I do with this measurement. So they have to think themselves. They have to discover themselves how to do it. Not so that the teachers all the time say, do it this way. So why we take the joy away, joy of finding solutions.
So here if I put those.
And of course we have a technology, but like previous people have said, technology is only a solution.
With the phones, students have phones.
It's not a solution.
I have done it from the 5 years old to the.
This is because I want that my students are please copy this math symbol and do it home, because now we don't have time. You can see how nice mathematics can be on the technology. Do it before you go to the classroom and do it with the students. You can move these squares. The idea is that you have to find all solutions how we can find these squares. And symmetry is not allowed it because they are same solution. So here if I put those two squares up, it's the same solution. So, and you can, with the phones, if the students have phones, you can do it with the phones. I have done it this
as a math teacher, I think how to make the change in the country.
You can use this when you are teaching symmetry, or when you teach about that in mathematics sometimes we find solutions with a strategy or
so it's important to have a very workshop can do, but they are very short ones. But nowadays, I think one of your country solutions would be.
So Students can be really concentrated.
Longer teacher.
They think that math is me.
And if you are interested, I'm doing it for teachers.
As a student, when I can catch the
I guess there's one free lesson which you can
that they might find a solution.
Of this address.
So as a math teacher, I think how to make the change in the country. In Finland, very important was that in the